Is it to prove someone wrong?
Or to prove yourself right.
Dial him. Send it. They're catching up to me, man.
What a win, Dan. P1.
Yes! Yes!
Hello everyone and welcome to the test round for the League 2 race here in AFO Assetto Formula Open. Today I'm not alone, my name is Captain Foxy and joining me today is Andy Park. Say hello.
Hello everybody. My first time on the commentary box. I come with more information about the driver and about the background of the track because I've been here, I've driven in other leagues, so I can bring that level of insight into all the action that's going to happen today. I'm very excited to be here.
With Flat Power Racing appearing to be the strongest team in League 2, and apologies for the delays in getting this started. This just has been put in. We are already nearly done with qualifying, sadly, but this, of course, is just a preseason round, just a test round. Any issues that are happening now will hopefully not happen in round 1. And with last week round, we had the race League 1 race. Andy, if you would like to tell us how that went.
I think we have bigger fish to cook. We have Sarah Mofitova in a 42.3 through the first sector on her last lap. So this could be a chance for her to steal pole position from Jorge Caro, who's held pole position for quite a while now. So this could go all the way to the final few sections of the corners. Oh wait, no. Oh, she's going slowly.
She's slowing down.
Oh,
she's slowing down. She's going fast down the straight, as fast as these 1981 cars can go. Inside to the cars, Andy.
Oh, right. These cars pack around 170 horsepower and cap at around 220, 230. Okay, second sector is 3/10, but only 2/10 behind Carol. The difference is created between sector 1 and sector 2 means that in net, she is still almost there in order to catch up to him.
Let's see
so maybe there's a chance.
Let's see how she does it. She's gonna cross the line now. Is she gonna gain the 110? She crosses. She lost half a second there and has to happy with P2. Before we go to the race, running down again to the track for the new viewers who are here. This is of course just a test race, and this is the Turkey circuit pardon me. In Turkey,
Istanbul
that's
Park?
it. Istanbul Park. Thank you, Andy. With a circuit length of 5.338 kilometers. First Grand Prix held in 2005 for Formula 1. The fastest lap held that year with a 1:24.770 by Juan Pablo Montoya. As we heard by Andy Park, these cars are probably definitely not going to go close to that. Currently a pole position of 2:01.018. But the racing will definitely be close. Looking at the top 5, we are already nearly a second together. And with cars this slow, that's still pretty much just nearly a car length or less entering corners. So sector 1 is quite a tricky sector. Quite a flowing one, but with these little downforce no front wing cars, bit difficult to get together. Sector 2 has already one of the 2 hairpins of this track, turn 7, which is quite a long hairpin, and the long corner, the more famous turn 8, which is a complex of 3 corners, only they called turn 8, and then the chicane of turn 9 and 10, and then we go to the back straight, which is also with a little kink of turn 11, and then the final 3 corners of the second hairpin, turn 12, hardest braking point of the circuit, with a sweeping left of turn 12, 13 and 14, and a expected lap time of a 2:01 in qualifying. We are expecting a bit higher in the race. So Andy, what are you expecting in the race?
That's a good question, actually, Luca. Hold on. So we have Jorge Caro, who sadly, to my knowledge, I don't have much background of him, but I do have a background of the drivers, some of the drivers in the grid. You know who I have my eyes set actually? I have my eyes set on Icebrand Warranty. Multiple PHRL champion, multiple AFR champion. I think runner-up in the Cyanide series. She's always had an amazing skill to learn cars quickly and always get up to speed. She's always fighting for the best positions you can get, P2, P3, plenty of pole positions, plenty of championships as well, and over 6,000 hours in the game. So if there's one driver that I could guarantee going down the season is going to be a very strong contender, it would be her. So I'm very excited to see how she fares against the other drivers in front.
Also, Wagenwort, a League 1, Race 1 winner in the 1999 Lola cars. Also, probably someone who is looking forward to maybe gain a bit in front. Qualifying seems to be quite...
This is
it's the son. Yes, I apologize. It's his son, Simon Wagenwort. Hap was a Race 1 winner. The son, thank you for correcting me there. The son is driving tonight in League 2. So we have father, son. I believe the father is watching as well. I heard about that as well. We had the interview, but not long until lights are out towards turn 1, and quite a difficult corner. It's a downhill braking zone, and the brakes, you said it in the race briefing, are not up to temperature yet. Then what would you tell the drivers right now entering turn 1?
Survive. Please go easy on the brakes. Turn 1, lap 1 is the most underrated part of the entire race. It sets you up completely. If you get damaged early on, you're completely destroyed. Your confidence goes down. Your focus. It's way more than just the physical damage of the car, but it's also being thrown off of your zone, because suddenly you have to readjust for the change in suspension and the tires behavior. So you really need to keep your head cool and try to make it through turn 1 in one piece. So that way you can properly materialize all that focus into the later stages of the race.
So, absolutely, turn 1. The race might not be won after turn 1, but you set yourself up for a good finish. And that is very important to look forward to. Of course, all these cars, the slipstream is going to be definitely important to get. But now the lights are going to turn off, and Claudio already revving the car. We see in the bottom left, bottom right, the rev counter going all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And will it be go? Bit of a hold up, and it's go here in Turkey, and it looks to be a good start by Ricardo. Mufetova might be looking, but look at that. That is Zhu going 2 positions up already. Was that a jump start? We don't know, but look at that. He's gone past, absolutely leaving everyone behind.
That is not a jump start. That is one of the best starts I've ever seen. I think he may have been using the clutch, because these cars have a very tough moments getting off the line. But the clutch thing could really help if you can properly nail it. Yeah, it's incredible. What a start.
Simon Wagenwort is already going side by side with Valenti here. That is absolutely, Valenti got a good start, starting in P8 all the way up into P4. Incredible side by side still. Wagenwort is not leaving that one. Up towards turn 7 now. They're the only cars going side by side. Who will be brave on the brakes? You know the inside line is good, but the outside can keep more grip. That is Jacob sending it down the inside as well, showing, and Wagenwort goes off the track, rejoins just ahead. But that was already nearly an overtake completely. There's a car spun around. That's Mango Manikanden off turn 7. Was a contact involved? Probably has to rejoin all the way at the back of the grid. But look at that. Tom already gone, saying goodbye to everyone behind.
We had like a train of 4 cars, and I called it. There's Warranty with 5 positions made on the first 3 corners. That is sensational work. And now she's challenging Sara Mofeitova, who is also an extremely seasoned driver in any car track combination that you throw her, because of her previous iRacing experience and her Assetto Corsa racing. Incredible. Oh!
Towards turn 12, that was for me going past the both of them, but that's Wagenwort. It's still 3 wide. Can we get a better angle? Oh, there's a cut between the 2. Jacobs goes off to the grass, rejoins, but that's off. That is Icebrand getting past both, but no, that's Simon actually getting past both of them. That was a bit of contact involved between the 2, and that looked to be just pushing to the edge. There's 2 cars stopped on the track. Maniacs on the track. Oh dear!
Oh god.
Oh dear! There's a huge incident.
Oh wait, whoa!
That is one of the commentators'
To
cars.
get off.
That's your car.
Oh, wait, don't tell me that's.
Andy,
You're
that's your car. But that's the second commentator
Wait,
car as
why?
well. Oh dear.
Wait, did none of us get out?
I'm the only one.
Wait, why can I not move?
Oh dear, that is gonna be discussion afterwards. Eric Brenner lost a lot of that I believe suspension damage. Let's have a look on board. And seems to be fine, but there was a huge incident involved there. Who it was, we might say about Brenner falling down lots, but for me I also had to avoid dropping down all the place. But that's Wagenwood up into P4 with Iceman following. The two teammates, I believe, in the same car.
I would have the driver lineup, but between Wagenborg and Valenti, I don't have that much information. I'm not fully sure. Sadly. But for the numbers, livery. I can infer yes, because of the numbers and the livery. It would be too much of a coincidence.
We also see for the lead, Zoo got back. That's Caro back into the lead. We missed that after that crash on the front straight. The cars are still on the grid, by the way. So a warning for our two commentating cars. I believe we have the second stream running as well. That car's stuck on there as well, because mistake. I have the application auto start, so it can't. My car is in the pit, which you see on the minimap. But Wagenwood is out of the race.
No.
What has happened?
What has happened?
It's off into the gravel trap, into the barrier, and stopped.
It looks like, from the tire marks showed previously. I can say that looked like to be a huge lockup, like a terrible lockup. That is so unfortunate. For such a great start as well.
That I believe what happened was the setup turned off. That's his flat corner there, and just gone straight. He's got it back running after a bit, but that's big.
That's a good assumption.
Towards now, Tom, when we have cars, the top two drivers are still pretty close to each other. We have cars on the back as well, still fighting. I apologize for that. Agbonifo, God, pardon me, got past Brenner there, who I think was involved in that incident. So the front end on that car, of the Let Power racing car, is definitely slightly bit destroyed in a sense. Of course, the front end doesn't suffer too much, but of course you need all of the car. But a bit of issues happening here in the test race. Bananov catching slowly back up. I
see Tom Siu, which actually is a name I recognize from Naps Racing. Actually held runner-up or F2 champion position after like 10 rounds. So I know that that is a driver that has plenty of racing experience under his belt. So I'm very looking forward to see how he's gonna be catching up to Jorge Caro here. The difference is slightly getting bigger though, because we did see a few laps ago. The gap was 0.8, but now it's 1.4. With latest lap of Jorge Caro being a 1:01.4, if I'm not mistaken, and latest lap from Tom has been a 1:02.1. So there's quite a pace difference here. Maybe this could be an easy race win for Jorge Caro, but after having driven in this track myself, the tires can really take a huge hit. So there is really nothing that can guarantee the safety of either of these drivers.
Yeah, there's a still commentator car off the side of the road. I believe that is now you. But Jorge Caro gone with the fastest lap of the race, 2:01.060. As you said, he's cruising to victory in this test race here. He's already shown with their pole position good pace, but with the race start, that was just Zoo absolutely nailing it to a T. But as you said, these cars, you need to play with the clutch just like a fiddle, and they got it correctly. It's a manual car, so the third pedal is very important in these cars. And it was Zoo who got it perfect that from P4. But we have a battle now out of turn 2. Even party versus Eric Brenner. They are close, wheel to wheel, towards turn 3. Oh dear, that's who's going to be brave.
Oh, I don't know. These two have quite a past actually, on track and off track from what I'm sure. And Evan is still gonna hold the inside. Well, there's not much space for Eric to send it around the outside either. But there's a straight coming up, and maybe Eric could get into the slipstream and go for it. And he goes around the inside with a little slide. But Evan still has just enough speed to keep it ahead. That is incredible. There is some good action. But Brenna has lost just a bit of time with the spin. And now coming up into what I believe is turn 6. It doesn't look too bright for him because there's not much slipstream after. He would have to pull off a miracle here to get back into the slipstream, or maybe it's the damage. I'm not sure.
We saw Eric Brenner follow behind Pardy, and just a dirtier, even if there is no front wing, the cars do suffer quite a bit out of turn 6. We saw the car already nearly lose it, as Andy absolutely disclaimed it there, and it is just following cars here. It's difficult. Oh, through turn 10, that was all the way on the edge of track limits. They're pushing everything out of these cars.
Evan doesn't look like he's even avoiding it. That's going to be some field day for the stewards to look at, because in the driver briefing it was mentioned that you cannot intentionally cook it, though Evan Party has just gotten himself into the slipstream of Agbonifo. Is it just enough? Going into the right hand, it looks like he's going to prepare a dive bomb.
Oh! Tokyo drifting!
Now it's going down. Tokyo drifting a bit. Evan Party has gotten ahead, so now we can see Agbonifo maybe can try go for the outside or the inside. There's nothing left. There's no time left. Oh, Ibrahim goes down the inside. Gives perfect space. Way too much space, actually. And there's a slide, actually. Can Evan Party try and set up a switchback maybe into the main straight? Doesn't look like it. And there's the previous slide from Abraham has cooked his tires. It doesn't look like he's going to be fighting anymore. Oh, that is amazing, actually.
These two are going wheel to wheel into out of the final sector. Tokyo drifting. We saw that by Bonifo. That was incredible car control. Absolutely switching those steering from left to right. And we see those tires are absolutely on the edge now. He is sliding. Everyone goes off. Turn 5. Oh. Those tires do not look up to temperature, up to good health anymore. For 5 minutes remaining. We're already nearly halfway through the race. And it is just Party getting himself back up after that mistake in lap 1 at the end. But Caro, after everything, he's gone another fastest lap of the race for 2 minutes 00830 880. That is incredible. He is a second faster than the car behind in P2.
I was looking at it actually. Second sector, comparing Jorge with Tom. You're comparing a 46.3 versus a 46.9. So this is not just driving mastery, but it's also a very good class on saving tires. Because as you go down the field, you can see that most people are hitting 47s, 46.9s, but he's getting 46.3s. That is some incredible sector too.
So now, I believe there's some issues with the second commentary. I just read upon it. Hopefully everything's going alright there, but we're following currently Brenner after that battle with Akbonifo, starting to slow out. But look at, I'm still looking at the driving style. He is absolutely getting everything out of that car that is possible. But just looks out to be losing out. But in Form P5 between Harbakova and Formi, it's getting quite feisty here. Formi has caught nearly a second last lap, and this time is already down to 1 second. 8 times between the two, going through turn 5, now turn 6. It's little straight here if it be with F1 cars. It's a DS straight, but just looks to me with the slipstream is not close enough. But Formi has the pace advantage, but it's as we know, following is very difficult. Can we see how Formi can go past Harbakova if he does manage to have the pace?
Testing, can you hear me by the way?
Yes.
Check.
Absolutely.
Right. So we have Formi with this latest lap being a 2.561 and Hrbakova with a 2:03. So if we use maths, in 2 laps we're going to see these people go for it. It's probably going to be a deadlocked finish.
Towards now turn 11, the little right-hand king, Jacob, started to slow down, but that is the dirty air effect of just a car in front. He was nearly a second faster lap, but now as he's got closer, you just see the massive hit. Basically, it's like hitting a wall. Dirty air, and you know best when driving. Dirty air, it just feels like you've hit a barrier, and it is just shown here again by Formi. Just he got close and just cannot do more.
On mechanical grip corners, the dirty air is one of the corners where it hits the hardest. But it gets even worse on aerodynamic corners, especially turn 3 and turn 8, which are the long left-handers. You need to take a much different line if you want to keep your car on track, because otherwise it is impossible. You just get horrible waves of understeer. And in this case, maybe that's a little bit of a more manageable situation, because they don't get that much speed, so to the point where they can go off at turn 8. But there's going to be some corners where they're going to be unable to push the limit just because they have this giant wall of air in front of them.
Formi looks to be just better in Sector 1. He is now all the way back. As you said, turn 3 is one of the dirtier corners, but just in the corners where you don't suffer much. He just gained so much. He's now in the back. Can we see maybe an overtake opportunity? He is so close. He looks for the inside. Is he brave on the brakes? He sticks for the inside. The car is there. Habrakova is gone for the switchback, side by side towards turn 8. Oh, there is just a front nose. Is there for Formi? Left-hander now. Harbakova goes to the outside. Can he keep the grip? Not quite. Jacob is in front, but now the roads are reversed out of turn
but the
10.
straight comes up.
Exactly. Now comes the slipstream. What can Lily do? Oh, she looks for the inside. Oh, that was already quite a warning there. And now comes the straight, but it looks before me got a good exit out of it. But in the back, Brenner got past Bonanno.
Holy, honestly, I couldn't really see much of the action because I'm having trouble with the stream myself. But seeing by pace, for me pretty much had the P5 finish guaranteed because of the sheer pace difference. However, looking at the front, Jorge Caro is absolutely having a field day with this. He is still the fastest man on track by a whole second. And that includes all the sectors which are still being banked much quicker than the entire field. So it's going to be, looks like an easy win for Jorge Caro to bring home.
As he's entered the final lap of the race with 5.5 or 5.8 seconds gap now in a 10-minute race with 2 minutes a lap. He has caught a lot of time, like nearly a second a lap after lap 3, but in the back for P12, Brennan Bonanno, I saw a bit of contact between the two when they were switching position, but they have not left each other's side, so in the final lap, there can be a bit of action happening between the two. Eric goes wide, Bonanno stays between on the curb, but that helps with Bonanno's exit. There's a spin in the back with Manu Manikandan, but we're gonna cut ahead for Carlos. He is already nearly at the end of Sector 2.
I didn't see it properly, but I think Mano was one of the people that got the most problems out of the start incident with the car sat on track. That is a shame. I've been there actually through a few races at France where we've had
Bonanno mistake!
Incidents.
Bonanno mistake! Bonanno spun out of turn. I believe that is not. We're going through the complex of turn 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, and in the entry he spun round and Eric Brenner got the position. I didn't see collision between the two, so in the final lap having a mistake like that must burn. But Caro enters the final sector, goes for the final 4 corners, final 3 corners, turn 12, 13. He has nothing to worry about anymore. Oh, he cheeky drift out of turn 13. The cheeky drift, but out of the exit, he weaves to cross the line to win the test race and absolute dominate.
Incredible job. I have no words for him, but congratulations. Got an absolute show from pole position, led every single lap, set the fastest lap, and won the race. That is a grand slam by definition. Incredible job.
I think Zhu led the first lap. Just missed the grand slam.
Oh, true. But did he finish? Oh, by a single lap.
By a single lap, he missed the grand slam. That is Sarah P3. Iceburn finishing P4 with Formi with a great battle in P5. Hrabakova. I'm sorry if I butcher these names. I always, for the first time commenting on new leagues, I butcher the names. P6. Bayer and Dubai in P7 with Canedo nearly side by side in P8. Koeniger crosses to P9 and Pardi in P10 with a sadly mistakes through there as well. Agbonifo in P11, Brenner with a good battle in P12, Bonanno after that sad mistake in the final lap in P13, and we had Manikandan crossing 14th but already teleported, and Wagenvoort after this teleporting came back out the pit lane, 3 laps down to cross in last place after I believe what can only be explained as a setup as a real life setup failure. Andy, I think you know those quite tough that those happen, sadly. But Wagenvoort, after his father won last week, he has to sadly cross the line in last place. And this was race 1 out of race 2, if I'm correct?
Yeah, race 1 out of race 2. Though I have nothing but respect for Simon, because crossing the finish line after being hit by such a unlucky spell is still something to say. He made it. He crossed the finish line in spite of everything that was thrown at him. He could still see the checkered flag, and that already means plenty, I'm sure.
Sometimes the thing that you want is just to cross the line, bring it home, because that is also a victory at the end of the day. So yeah, that was race 1.
Everybody has finished.
What have you learned out of race 1, Andy?
I've learned that well, from the finish that I saw from both Formi and Caro and Wallenty, we're gonna have some pretty good action there. But I'm more excited to see Sarah Mufeitova try to defend a better position, because she's gonna be probably starting closer to the front of the grid, and that's gonna allow for some great action, I'm sure.
Something I just noticed as well, tires where I play here, I see Iceburn was on the medium, so Canedo was on the soft compound. Is that something that is to be in play as well between compounds?
Wait, can you the compounds, I think I haven't tested them myself properly, but it looks to be like a compound that can properly last the entire thing. I'm not sure though which one would be the most ideal, because Jorge Caro still used the medium compound and made it all the way there.
Andy, reminder now for race 2 to actually bring the car back to the pits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we won't have that incident there as well. But of course, it's a test race. In the end of the day, mistakes do happen.
Now we're just gonna be waiting until the second race now. I'm informed by the reverse grid order that we're going to be using the first 8 drivers. So if you could just run me through the starting order of which people are gonna do it.
So Canedo will be starting in P1 with Bayer in P2, Hrabakova in P3, Formi in P4, Iceburn in P5 with Mufeitova in P6, Zhu in P7, and Caro, our winner, will be starting in P8. We will see that after the start now as well. They will be switching the order, but that is last week in League 1. That was the interesting part, seeing the faster drivers being in the midfield now, how they fight their way past. These cars less downforce, so it's even more difficult.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see what's Jorge going to do all the way from P8, because I don't know how his racecraft is gonna fare here, but his pace difference should give us for a whole lot of action coming into this next race.
All right.
And that's the drivers on the grid.
Andy reminded to bring the car into the pit lane.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just gonna ask the rest to also do it.
That is my car in there, so I can take the blame. I won't be taking the blame. All right, so Canedo is Rafael Canedo. Starts in P1 with Andrew Bayer in P2. A name that appeared in a few leagues as well. I remember racing him as well in some leagues. Bayer is a driver that I know a bit myself as well. He won't give out easy. We saw battles already happening, but I know he won't give out easy. And I hope he won't give out easy. Of course, battles are what we live here for.
Absolutely. Now, 2 minutes and 10 remaining for the first race, and I'm already hearing some engines roar. So you have 2 minutes, and you already have people just desperate, aching to immediately get off to the starting line.
Also, I just want to have a point out. Deliveries look spectacular. I believe they are handmade by the teams.
Yes. I'm pretty sure we had like a livery designer for each team. So we had like a lot of different designs. Maybe you won't see all of them today, but coming into the first season, you should be a lot more colorful grid.
But already the cars that we have here, they are looking spectacular. Each has their own just personality, and that's just what I love in sim racing. The community coming together, bringing a spectacular grid like this. And well, with the lights about to turn on any second, what are we looking forward this time towards turn 1? Do you think it's gonna be like League 1, where the slower drivers will have the upper hand for the first laps, or do you think the faster drivers will be taking their crown as soon as they can?
I am really unsure because the time difference on this track is much smaller. You have like a 102% difference between fastest and slowest. So we could have tight racing all around, especially with the changing order. Unrelated to this, can you lower the stream quality because I'm lagging a bit on the preview? The
That
lowest
is,
you can.
oops, that is.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what the first eight are gonna do, because
Uh,
when you invert them, you always get super good action.
Your car's still on the grid?
Yep. Now I have like the pit thing grayed out, so I'll just get up
That's-
immediately.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a glitch of Assetto course that I've never seen. I have an application that
Yeah.
auto teleports me. But interesting that... Okay, so the lights are about to turn off. Let's hopefully you get the button as soon as you can. It's gonna be lights out any second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. As it's pedal to the metal here, and Andrew Bayer got an amazing jump. He's used the clutch. You saw the jump, but that is... Look at that. Iceman
Oh,
again,
there's
not
action there.
losing anything. 3 wide for the lead towards turn 1. Oh dear, that's Canado still keeping it. No, it's not. It's Zoo. Zoo got it. Starting from P7 all the way into the lead. Incredible. That's Bayer side by side for P2 in the back. That's who is around. Who is losing position? That's Manikan. Manikan then just dropping down slightly bit. Mufetova also not the best of starts. Down to P8, but look at that. They're like a bunch of swarms. Like a swarm of flies going all to one corner. No room left for each other, but just enough to be on the racing track. Towards turn 7. Look at that. They're banging wheels.
Oh,
Who's going to be
very close.
brave? Oh dear.
Oh, what an amazing move. Incredible move. Just watching the reviews, but there's still Rafael who's not gonna give it up just yet. But there's enough space for the both of them to try. Depending on which one backs out, the other one could have advantage on the main straight. So maybe Rafael has the upper hand. Maybe, I wouldn't be too sure. We do have more action on the back though.
Being behind, but here
We have like a 4-car train.
this is incredible. Towards turn 9 now. Koeniger defends the inside. Formy goes for the outside. Will he be brave on the brakes? He got the inside, but Koeniger goes a bit deep, and this is going to impact it. There's a crash in the back. That's
Oh, that's a big crash.
That was a rejoin into Hrabakova. And oh dear, that was sadly a heavy crash. But towards turn 12, Koeniger is going to get it back from Formy now. Formy defense pushes nearly onto the grass towards the braking zone. Koeniger on the inside. Oh, that's Formy going wide. Oh, that's ice sprint issues.
Yeah, I saw. I'm actually seeing. Wait, who's this? That's Jorge Caro on the back of Andrew Bayer onto the main straight. He's gonna go for a move around the outside. Wait, you should look at it. Hold on. He's
Here we
getting
go.
all the space he needs. Andrew Bayer is giving me way too much. Can he be fast
He's
enough
still
on the
there.
exit? And he's still holding the inside. That should be enough to secure the lead. But Sarah is carefully looking with all the patience, trying to get past and trying to make up positions. But Jorge Caro currently has the fastest sector 3 of the race when unbothered, so maybe he could be on chase for P1, but Su already has a pretty noticeable difference. So even if he plants his foot down, he would need a few laps to materialize this into a double win.
Oh, there's contact between Koenigsegg and Formi. They're 3 wide here towards turn 7. But Iceburn versus Koenigsegg. Formi again tries to run the outside. This could be 4 wide with Simon joining in towards turn 7. Valenti Iceburn is on the inside. That's contact between Formi and Simon. Oh dear, they're losing out. They're dropping down like a fly on his trap and down to P11. It's 3 wide turning into turn 8. This is incredible. They're not giving out any time at all. Eric Brenner was involved in that slightly, but as well, side by side. Oh, be it banging wheels in the middle of the corner. But up in front, Koenigsegg is going to try it on Iceman after gaining all the time with that little incident towards turn 9. Koenigsegg knows the straight is here, but he tried it anyway in turn 9 and lost out the exit. But how strong is the speed?
P3 actually, hold on. We got action in P3. We had 3 tenths. And I think that's way more than enough to Sarah to try and move down the inside or the outside. Jorge is going to stay down the outside. So Sarah's going to have to look down the inside. Just enough space to squeeze him a bit too much down the outside. No, it's just enough space. Jorge is going to try and keep the corner. Oh, a little bit of a weak claim, but Sarah is going to be the one ahead. But Jorge has to exit. Oh, this goes off the AstroTurf on the outside tires. He screwed up the exit, and now it's going to be all free real estate for Sarah into turn 1 again. That's a very good chance, a very good pace for her to catch up to Sue.
Contact on the straight.
Leading the race.
Between Formi and Agbonifor towards turn 1. These are like banging wheels on the straight. They're leaving each other no room. They want everything out of the corner. Turn 2 now. It's a freeway battle here for P9. Is this going to work out for Paddy? He's looking for the inside. He's going to have the advantage line for turn 3, but this could be turning into a freeway battle. Agbonifor goes to go the inside for turn 3, but Formi got a good braking line through there and keeps it up. That was a good defense there by car number 9 in position 9. Funny coincidence there. Oh, the Italian goes wide. Abraham, I'm going to say that because I keep stumbling on his name. Party goes for the outside, turn 7. Who will be brave? Abraham, too brave. He loses the rear end and goes wide. Simon joins in as well. Oh, that was nearly a dangerous rejoin there, but it did work out in the end.
P3, we got action on P3. And that seems to be like an off-track rejoin, almost. Jorge Caro had the dirty air, so he had to go wide. That's a bit of a wheel on the grass for Sarah. Doesn't seem to be too much of an issue, but Jorge Caro seems to have set up the better exit by going closer to the outside and a later apex, which sets up a better speed. Is that enough? Slipstream is going to go for the right, but there's still some time left. Jorge is going to have quite a bit of advantage, but it's just enough for Sarah to immediately get back into the slipstream. Jorge's going to go defensive around the inside of turn 11, a bit of an indecisiveness. Again, we seem to have the same situation, but Jorge this time has a bit more speed and he loses it. There's a bit of a spin and Sarah's gonna inch ahead just again. This battle is good so she can keep P2. She seems to be the superior one in racecraft, but Tom Su is pulling away comfortably, so maybe this could be a bit detrimental to the race win chance. But it's still gonna be a very good result for her.
For P4, we have it going on here as well between Canedo and Bayer. Bayer looks for the inside. Can he keep it together? Brakes maybe a bit later. His nose is in there. His whole car is in there. They are side by side through turn 2. Canedo keeps the inside. He gets the better run now. But now it's a slipstream. We know these cars have an incredible slipstream effect towards turn 3. And now back on the brakes. Bayer's on the inside. Iceman follows through as well. And Canedo gets the upper hand here for turn 4. But that's Iceman. They stick the side. Oh! That's Canedo round.
That's a shame. That's a horrible shame. I'm not fully sure who has the at fault, but I'm sure the stewards will have to take a look at it later. That is a very, very tough corner to be too feisty or repeating too many positions. Manu Manicanda down the inside of Rafael Canedo, no longer than the inside. He's going to go for a second overtake on the same straight, and there's a spin, and Rafael could be in a danger zone. No, still respecting just enough space, but a wonderful move by Manu, who stayed on the slipstream and got 2 cars on one straight.
Rafa cannot take a break even after that crash. He's inside the battle limit, goes wide onto the AstroTurf, rejoins behind Abraham. Abraham is very aggressive on the rear brakes as well. Every time he brakes, we see him catching the car every time, but he has a good run towards turn 9 on Mano. He could be looking for the overtake in turn 12. That's a good corner. That could exit into a good run, but that's even Canedo with a good run. This could turn into three-way battle into turn 12. Cardo is back up into P2. They're side by side. I have to switch to this over now. Sarah on the inside. Cardo now on the inside for turn 13. The nose is in there. Sarah leaves the space. She learned from last week that is quite a bit of danger if you go aggressive. But Sarah learned and stays ahead. But who knows for how long. Turn 1 is already aggressive. An opportunity for Cardo again. And he looks for the inside. Gives Sarah gives him the space that he needs. But that's a bad point for Cardo. There's a good switchback opportunity for Sarah. Sarah will be on the outside now. Cardo could have the good run through turn 2. They're side by side. Nose to nose. Wheel to wheel. Towards turn 3. Sarah on the inside. This is now a continuous of left, right, left. So whoever is the bravest in the car can maybe gain the position back. But that's Sarah. Very brave going up into P2.
No, Sarah is a wall. I've raced her across so many leagues, and now we mark like a year. You can see the experience, the composure of all those races at some of the highest levels in Assetto Corsa, at our racing, low fuel motorsport. She's a person that knows so much about racecraft, and someone who knows how to keep her head cool when the going gets tough. And you can see now how even in those corners, after being pushed and after being overtaken like 3 times on the main straight, she still manages to just give just the right amount of space to be on the edge but still come out ahead.
That is Holger also over pushing the car. It's noticeable. The heat in that driver's head is going up to him as well. He is making slight micro mistakes per corner. He had a big slide out of turn 7, just locking the rears. He's going as much as the tires. There's also an overtake, as you said, yes, for turn 4.
Oh, he's trying a bit too much speed. He's gonna have to go wide and give back the position. Well, there's no positions lost, but now he's gonna have all the same position into the slipstream again, and right behind him you have Jacob Formey making a move, and with the tow that he got from Icebrand, maybe he could set up a move into Andrew with his going all the way to the left to try and prevent the slipstream from happening. But you have Jacob who's gonna stay on the outside, but Icebrand is also getting on the toe of Jacob, trying to make a move again into Andrew. Oh, Jacob goes very early there.
That is close.
There's a slide from Icebrand. With Jacob still keeping the lead out of the 3-car battle. With worn tires.
Oh, he sends it!
Down the inside. Around the outside, a bit of a track limits there issue. But Icebrand's going to go now down the inside. And I wonder if Jacob is going to be kind enough to give him slipstream. It looks like it. Defending the inside.
Turn 1.
Maybe not dip too much your wheels into the grass. And he's lost it again. She's lost it again. And now she's all the way back into P6. We can see the previous spin down into turn 12, how much it messes up the car before. You get one spin and the car won't forgive you for like an entire lap.
Towards turn 4 now, Bayer. This is an absolute nuclear war between the 3 here. Slight mistakes. They are trading positions like a house of cards. And now out of turn 6. On the slide straight here, can this be enough for Iceberg to maybe have a look? She is very close towards the inside. She makes herself visible in the mirrors, but then sticks behind. And of course, these cars are very slidey. With just one slight mistake, you just slide non-stop, but no one made a mistake. Jacob with a bit wide there. And now, Iceberg, good run, looks at the inside, bangs wheels!
A bit of a contact, a very uncomfortable position to push someone down the inside. That's pretty reckless. If I were me, you need to give more space into those corners. But now Andrew looks to have the side draft, and maybe and keep the outside. You need a lot more speed than Icebrand's gonna stay there. And now she doesn't have enough slipstream to catch up Jacob. Still going wide, so he can break the possible slipstream. But now you have Andrew Bayer, who's gonna try the slipstream again. We've seen this happen before a few times with Sarah and Jorge. And
they are also switching positions.
Outside, Andrew, yeah?
What is happening? We can't keep up with this. Going for Andrew Bayer for the outside. I will keep my eyes on the P2 battle as well. Andrew, that's eyes with a mistake. They collide.
No!
They collide.
This was...
But it's still not over. It's still not over. On the exit of turn 13, they're still nose to rear end. And now it's Simon in it as well. And in front, Sarah lost the position to got the position to Caro, but Caro is right on the back. And now we're keeping it here with my eyes kept on P7 and P6. But let's look what Caro can do for P2. He looks for the outside, which will turn for the inside of turn 4. But he's looking to switch it back all the time through this complex here. Can this work? He will have the better exit of turn 6, which is the next left-hander. He is looking for it. He is in the slipstream. He can look for it. Sarah in front just needs to keep that car in the right spot. It's one lap to go after this lap, and oh, Jorge, that is very close. Front nose to rear end. The tires nearly side to each other. In the back, Valentin Bayer still trading position as well. But for P2, this is very important for the two drivers here. Who can come out on top out of turn 8? Let's see and look.
Actually, I think Jorge would be better off if he doesn't overtake here, because then you have the long straight. So overtaking here sometimes gives you the illusion that you have the better advantage. But if he keeps the lead here, Sarah could set up a better exit like she's doing right now, and immediately get the position back. So into the next lap, we're gonna be seeing the fight all the way for P2. But whoever's leading in this section of the track from the 2 is most likely going to lose it, unless the other person is able to defend the mechanical section better. But it is a very bad position that Jorge is being put in now.
Towards turn 12 now on the inside, defends Caro. But we see here, oh, Sarah overcooked it slightly, loses the rear end and needs to back out of that one. She could have had one. Oh, that car. She looks at the inside. Oh, that was so close. Caro left her the space, but in the end couldn't go for it. But in the back, Icebrand and Simon are switching. That's collision between Bayer and Simon. Simon was sideways and Icebrand can run away now as well. The front end of Simon's car seems to be kind of banged up from that. But the two teammates have gone up to position. Bayer lost both of them, and with that, this could also be the end for this battle. But final lap now for P2. This could heat up into the final couple corners.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with a very wild prediction. I think the spin that Sarah had on the previous section could be a blessing wrapped in disguise. Because if she were to lead in this exact position, she would be in a very uncomfortable position because of the main straight after turn 11, 12 and 13. Right now she is in the best possible position to try and get those stunts down into Jorge and prepare an overtake into the left-hander that comes after this one. So depending on the run-up that she gets, maybe it could be a chance, but Jorge is also looking pretty comfortable up there. So we have to see.
We can't forget, Jorge is the fastest car on track out of the weekend, and he is gaining to Zhu in front as well, but that's not enough. 3 seconds, he can't do it in half a lap. In the final sector now, Sarah needs to have a good corner, or Jorge needs to make a mistake, which it happened. Sarah could have a shot for the final complex. Can Sarah do it? This is gonna be very close. Oh, Andy, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, 4 tenths separating them. I was thinking Sarah needs a miracle to make it happen, but until the slipstream it doesn't look like it's enough. Maybe ascend. Jorge's gonna go normal. Sarah's gonna have to stay behind, or maybe she's gonna try and taunt for a dive bomb. As long as Jorge keeps it, it should be game over. We can't say anything until the last corner.
Oh, there she goes! She goes for it!
Have a look down the inside!
Side by side! It's a drag race to the line! And it's Caro getting into P2!
Oh my god!
That was close!
Sensational! That was sensational action all the way to the checkered flag. Anyone could have won that. That is incredible.
Dearie me! That was a photo finish nearly! The second race for P2. Oh dear. And that is also in the midfield. Icebrand got the best out of that midfield battle to go up into P5. Wagenwood, Simon, after that bad race run, got himself in P6. Bayer sadly lost out to 2 positions, but still an incredible battle. But Zhu got the win, and it's basically, if this would be an actual round 1, Karu and Zhu would be on the same amount of points. They finished 1 and 2.
The points remain the same for both the reverse grid and the feature race. But while I'm very interested to see that these two drivers could be sharing the podium a lot more times because they are both actually contracted drivers on the junior series. So with the pace that Jorge showed today and with the experience that I know that Tom has from previous leagues, it could prove to be a very good matchup to see who from the both of them can ascend themselves and their team to the Lolas, to the senior category.
That was, oh dear, that was, I can't even say, I'm at the loss of words. I'm so interested in the interviews now, even if it's just a test race, we will have interviews, and for this round, we will also have a second commentator for the second stream also join us. I've heard there are also 2 commentators there, so we'll have a 4-way commentary, but we all saw the same race, so I believe the questions won't go far. Andy, what would you rate this test race out of 10?
The action we had all the way, I would rate it like I would have a more fierce battle for P1. Those are always thrilling to see the entire race come down to the last lap. I've been there. Your heartbeat spikes. Everything just comes down to the last few corners. It's a fight with composure, with your consistency, with not breaking focus, with not thinking too much about what's going to happen next. But the racing, apart from the P1, both dominant P1 performances, I would give it a solid 8, Luca. That was a great time.
I have to agree. It was a very good race after what we saw last week in League 1. Andy, you drove there. You know what kind of action happened there. I have to say, for a test race, even with the slight mistakes with the delay stream and sadly with the commentating cast, mistakes happen. Of course, that's why we do a test stream, but a test race. But out of that, the positive sides, they win out of my heart. This is a good race out of 10. I have to say, I have to agree. They are 8 to 9 even. I was spectacular between nearly a photo finish at the end. We will join our drivers' interview soon. Andy, if you would like to join us there as well.
I'm just gonna be watching. I'll see if I can sneak in any question. I'll see what I can do.
Understood. So we'll go to the interviews now. So here we are. Joining us in the interview, we have obviously our league owner up there, Mano. Absolute, also hands down to him. He's running not only League 1 but also League 2, so of course absolutely nice that we have him running absolutely beautifully everything here. It was also Andy Park. We might not know how often he will join us in the commentary booth, but a absolutely great commentator. Hopefully we'll hear him soon. But for now, the 2 races, it was very short for everyone knowing the races will be longer, but of course it is just a test run. So here we're in the the interview booth now with our second commentator from the second stream. So absolutely beautifully now. So who will we see coming up for our first interview? It will also obviously decided by our lead Mano. Andy Park would probably join us up as well for maybe some questions here and there. We're gonna hear a bit. There we go. And it's Sarah Mufeto for the first comment for the first interviewee. Sarah, hello.
Hello.
I mean, I have to say, I have to. Helen, want to go first or?
No, you go first.
Well, I have to immediately speak out. That was a drag race to the line and race 2. Sarah, tell us your thoughts with adrenaline towards the line in race 2 there.
I cannot say I've experienced much adrenaline today, to be honest, but I'll get to that in a moment. So the first race, honestly, was absolutely nothing happened. And one thing I've been wondering since the first race, and still I'm wondering till now, is how Tom starts the car, because I tried 2 different things and neither of them worked. So I've honestly never completely understood how to start cars like this, and I will have to work on that. But yeah, first race, absolutely nothing happened. I I even had enough time with the face of this car to type in the chat that I'm bored. And but yeah, I guess if a boring race ends you in P3, it's not the worst thing in the world. And then in the second race, I was very lucky to keep up with Caro in the first lap and keep his slipstream, and that allowed me to fight him, to overtake him, and then I put up honestly some of my best defending that I can remember, and I'm very proud of it, even if I could not pull it off. But yeah, I, was having a lot of fun defending in that race and feeling like I had a reason to keep pushing, to a reason to keep fighting, even if it's only a test race. But yeah, that second race felt very fun, and I was very surprised at how effective that dive bomb into the last corner is.
You that was very far, very from A to Z. You answered basically everything that I was gonna ask. Jean, do you have any questions?
Yeah, so I believe it was a double podium for you,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, so how much confidence does that give you in terms of the actual championship side of things?
I mean, I felt confident even before this test race, especially after League One, where I honestly did not expect anything and ended up with one of the most fun races I've experienced. And this, if anything, I was gonna speak on the car for a little bit. I was gonna, because honestly, I don't enjoy the car much. I personally don't completely understand how to push it like to its absolute limit, how to drive it. But even if I'm driving it at a decent pace, it just does not feel satisfying to drive, and it feels very bland on how it feels. And I think that added to how boring the first race was for me, because even if I was lapping in P3, did not I did not feel satisfied pushing the car. I did not feel much of a thrill. And honestly, during races, I usually sweat. I did not sweat at all today. And that, I don't know, for me, it just doesn't feel that satisfying.
That a lot to be pushed, a lot to be learned for round one. I see that from what it sounds like, there's still a room for improvement. Saying like that. It was just a test. In the end of the day, this was a test weekend, and
Absolutely.
absolutely, this was. I mean, from what we see in testing, it's just bit of mistakes, and of course, it's just sadly what happens. But if we get this if the issues get fixed, round one will probably be an amazing round one. And hearing already thoughts from you, that sounds already something that I'm looking forward to.
I'll hopefully be there, and let Power Racing, our team, will hopefully be there too.
Awesome, that's all from my side. Sean, do you have anything as well?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add? I'll take the quietness as a as an agreement that it's over. So next is Eric Brenner. Well, we need to wait till they get accepted up here. Eric Brenner, race one, absolute. I'm sorry for the words, but I have to say peak. That was amazing with the battles in the midfield. Share us your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I did not expect to be fighting this hard, to be honest. Sarah said that she was barely breaking a sweat. I'm over here, like, there is a waterfall over here right now. It was just like chaos everywhere, and then it was just like you either push the car to the limit, or you just like you're going to finish last. but I can agree that like some parts of the car can feel a little boring. Like it doesn't really feel like you're driving a race car. But I mean, I've had some fun, to be honest. Just fighting with everyone. Really, it's more of a brawl than a race, if I'm being completely honest.
In race 2, how were your thoughts there?
I mean, it was mainly just to survive. I was like trying to get a good position while simultaneously not going like full Saint Devote into turn 1. And yeah, I do want to apologize if I'm being like overly aggressive. And I've had a few like contacts with people or stuff like that, so I just hope I didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to drive my best.
That's the mentality. Of course, mistakes are part of racing, and you know everyone has their own driving style. Can't disagree on just how you drive. But to be honest, but as a test round, are you happy in how it went?
I am a little disappointed in myself, but other than that, I think it's been a great race. It felt real.
Sean, do you have anything to add?
Lead Paul Racing supremacy, guys.
Okay, Sean.
Thank you for having me.
All right, there we go. So I think it's
Lead Paul Racing supremacy. Yeah.
Lead Paul Racing supremacy.
Okay, but like,
I'm a commentator. I can't be biased over here. So everyone go win.
I'm guess I'm
go.
gonna get killed now.
Have fun in the Shadow Realm. There he goes. He's in the Shadow Realm. It's Tom. Jean, I leave it to you this time. Sorry if I take the spotlight.
No, I think you got it. You got it.
Okay. I'll take it on from here. So Tom, winner in round 2 and runner up in round 1. P2, round 1, P1. You matched. You are matching. If this would be an actual round 1, you'd be matching at the top. How are you feeling? How are you feeling after this weekend?
Yeah, that was definitely a lot better than I thought it would work, because I honestly did not practice until like 15 minutes before qualifying. I think it was mainly just down to that I got the launch off the line down pretty well, and I was able to just pray and keep my position.
A man of few words. I like that. So was this how you expected it entering the test round?
I was expecting to be battling for like 8th, 7th, maybe 4th or something. Not all the way at the front, basically. Definitely a lot better than I expected.
Did anything stand out during this race weekend for you?
That I seem to be the only one that knows how to launch this thing. But other than that, like, there's definitely some quick guys in there, and I think if they figure out how to launch the car, I will be several places behind.
Yeah, so entering round 1, do you have anything to hope to be changed?
Not particularly, but yeah, I would like to see the livery on the car, of course. The nice blue. It'll be nicer to drive in that than in the stock livery I had now.
I had a talk with Andy about deliveries before race 2. Before the cars that had deliveries, I mean, absolutely spectacular. I can't wait to see also your livery. That's the fun of also league racing. Everyone posts their heart on the livery, and can't wait to see yours in round 1. It's this Saturday, round 1. I believe, if I answer correctly. Are you ready for then?
But I'll be ready. If I can be this ready in 15 minutes, I think I can be ready.
Well, that's a winner mentality. That's how would people say, the Sigma grind? I'm not really into it, but that's the winner mentality. Absolutely, 50 minutes of practice, breeze of a win. Can't wait to see it in round one.
Breeze of a win. I was sweating buckets the entire 15 minutes. I can still feel it.
I apologize for saying what I just said. I've just noticed I should be kicked from the commentary. Not that was it. Anyway, thank you. Do you have any final words for us in the interview here?
Don't hype me up too much. But if anyone has a reserve driver seat ready, call me up.
Oh, you don't have a full-time seat?
No, I have a full-time seat in League 2.
For League
But you
1.
can be a reserve driver in League 1 still.
Okay. So if any team is looking, your CV is basically the commentary here, the broadcast. Anyway, thank you. I believe that was all our interviews, if I'm correct. Unless I don't know. Pardon me. It's 2 more to go. My mistake. We have. I'm gonna butcher this name, and I probably in the broadcast as well.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that.
Krabakova.
Yeah, close enough.
I'll take it. So, your name, even if difficult to mention, was mentioned quite a lot during the broadcast. How did the weekend go for you?
I mean, I gotta say, it was pretty good. Like, except for the second race where I got spun around and was basically at the rear, I would say, yeah. Managed to gain something from it. I somehow managed to get it to P9. But if the race was a little longer, I could have definitely gone for P7.
Interesting. Any thoughts during the weekend?
I mean, the car is pretty much okay-ish. Like, there's nothing to complain. Sometimes it can be boring, but when you're driving, like, the engine is about to explode, and yeah, it can be pretty fun.
Were you expecting the result entering the test round?
I mean, I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to finish a little higher, but I'm not complaining for the finish either way. Like, I gotta say, good finish. And if Moravia manages to keep these finishes, then we pretty much can secure the midfield.
Right. So good. Of course, always also good to aim for high. You can never aim too high. That's not a thing. Pardon me if I stumble over my words so much. Nice way entering the test round. Got a good result. Round 1, you just had contact in race 2. Incidents do happen. We can't avoid them, sadly. We had in race 1 a few incidents that couldn't be avoided as well. It is basically the life of racing. You can't avoid them. But entering round 1 this weekend, are you expecting? So, are you happy how the test run went, or are you expecting something different for the beginning of the season?
I am excited. Like, I pretty much say that we're prepared. Moravia is prepared for the weekend. So, yeah.
All right. Perfect. Any final words?
Not really.
All right. Thank you for being up here, and good luck for Saturday. And I believe with that we have one final driver to be in the interview booth. Evan.
Yes.
Party.
Hello.
Evan. Your name also appeared quite a few times in a battle in race 2, where you were absolutely involved. I believe there was race 2, if I'm not mistaken. Run us down on your thoughts during the races.
Starting off in race 1, we got a good qualifying, but pretty bad lap 1 because crashed straight into the back of a race control car. But it's only a test race, so I won't harp on that one too much. Very good race for the team, though. Jorge got first and second, so good job for Blue Ridge Racing. And yeah, just a lot of battles. I'd say in race 2, there was some more dirty battles, not on my side. I think there was one incident that I might have been at fault for, but everything else, I mean, I think it was Abraham. He was kind of running me off the track at one point, and I was side by side. It was getting way too tight, way too aggressive. I think he deserves a penalty for it, honestly. Shouldn't be having that driving standard.
That the stewards have to decide that one. Here we are just commentators. We can't tell you more. That will be decided afterwards.
I'll just be opening a report. That's it. Yeah.
That's out of the races. Were you expecting to finish where you did?
No, I was expecting to finish a lot higher.
Oh.
I was aiming for top 5 in both races, but I got crashed all the ways down to P15 from P5 on that first lap, and that really set us back real far. We were able to recover to P10 in the first race, and I thought maybe I'll get lucky with the reverse grid. Maybe it will be the top 10 reverse, but no. I don't know what it was. I think it was top 8.
Yes, top 8.
Yeah. And then second race just got into a few dirty battles, and we still finished pretty decently, but could have been much better.
All right. Any thoughts over this test weekend?
None really, except for I'm pretty confident we'll have a good shot at the Constructors Championship for Blue Ridge Racing. Maybe even a Drivers Championship with Jorge. We'll see. Looking for that League One promotion.
Well, wishing you all the best of luck for that. Well, you basically already answered my question of what expecting to see round 1. Any final words for us here in the commentary booth?
No, don't got anything else to say. Just good racing in race 1. Race 2, not so much. Pretty good.
Good luck on your season, man.
Well, that was Sean. Do you have any final words to end off the stream?
It's been, at least on my end, it's been kind of a rocky start to this new thing. And again, it's been really the first time since I've actually been in things like actually streaming Assetto course. But I did it a couple times before, actually one time before. But other than that, that was isolated. But I think this was a really good opportunity to see where we are, like on this side of like what we need to work on, both racing and broadcast side. Right, so we're gonna take this week. We're gonna take these couple weeks to work out the kinks we need to fix, and then by the time we actually get the League 2 season started, I think we'll be. It's gonna be good.
Sweet. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Foxy. I'm just gonna drop a wee bit of professional jargon before I let Foxy round off the stream. For everyone who's listening in just now, I will be announcing the dates for the new. For the season, because people were obviously saying that, with no dates it's a bit hard to commit to races in the future. There was a lot of debate going on about days, etc. What day we'll be racing on. It's going to stay Wednesday just for the season, because obviously people have signed drivers and team owners and all that stuff to adapt to the current schedule. So I wouldn't want to change it and make people have to make adjustments again. So we're going to stay on Wednesday, unless unless my house gets bombed or something with the amount of outrage that I get. But I hope that's all right. Thank you very much for everyone who is tuning in. And yeah. Foxy, you got anything else you want to add?
I'm not going to end the stream like the chat says, by the way. But outside of that, I mean, test round, I said with Andy as well, absolutely went beautifully. I enjoyed it, even with the slight kinks. Of course, they need to be worked out. Test round, exactly as the name says, it's just for testing. Hopefully for the beginning of the season, the season, these kinks will be worked around. Hopefully I'll be part of it as well. And from my side, I have nothing to add, you guys. Do you guys have it?
Yeah. I think. I think obviously, as someone who was driving, you might have noticed during the races. I think the main things that to take away was that the car is fun to drive. Well, I wouldn't say like insanely riveting, but it's easy to drive. It's easy to race people with, make overtakes. I think it really depends on the track, because we're at Turkey. There's two massive straights, so I think maybe that caused a bit of boredom during the races. So we'll work towards shorter tracks, which is obviously in talks with people like Andrew, who've given us whole lists of tracks that they recommend for this kind of car. So once we get this show on the roads, I can reassure you the races are going to be good fun to watch. But yeah, that's everything on my side. So Foxy, if you want to add anything or end it off, up to you.
Yeah. So to everyone watching, good morning, good day, good evening, good night, and hope to see you all for the start of League 2 to the season to League 2 start. Jeepers, a big stumble there. And have a good night, everyone. Stay hydrated with these temperatures; they're still very high, and absolutely, hopefully we have a good start to the season. And with